This is a special one. Thank you.
Iniziamo con la conferenza. We start with the conference.
Merci.
Domande?
Jasper, congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you bring us a bit more into your communication with Mathieu in the last kilometer and especially after the finish line? What did you say each other?
In the downhill, I was a little bit on a gap, and I asked Mathieu, I begged him to hold the legs a little bit and not pull in the front. And I think I have to be really, really thankful to Mathieu what he did. I have to look back the images because it went so fast, but I think he did a wonderful job. Bringing back all the attacks and keeping it together for a sprint.
Next question.
After the finish line, I don't remember so well, but we just went into each other's arms. A little bit like last year, but then also different. So I'm really proud on the team. We could manage 2 times win in a row.
Next question.
So is it quite simple, Jasper? Without Mathieu, you wouldn't have won today?
Probably not.
Okay. Then the second question is, he said, the first thing he said, I hope he stays with us the next coming years. So what's your answer on this one?
I hope to stay also, but I don't think I'm going to decide before Classics season, so I try to focus now, coming period. I'm just enjoying the moment we won Milano Sanremo, no decisions. I asked Mathieu, I begged him to moment.
Next question.
Milano Sanremo.
Jasper, is Nogerkoersen from now on the best place?
I asked Mathieu, I begged him to probably yes. Milano Sanremo, maybe a small cold as well.
Nogerkoersen from now on the best place?
I asked Mathieu, I begged him with the traveling, doing Nogerkoers and then straight to Italy, doing a recon on Thursday. Not a lot of night of sleep, but yesterday I managed to keep up with the sleep, and I was really relaxed actually. Yesterday I had a really good night today, but I still have a little bit of a cold, so I think it's also a bit of top shape. So there I'm happy of.
Next question.
Hi. Are you more thin? We see you stronger on the climb today.
Thin not. I think I'm more fat than last year. Maybe more power.
Next question.
Over here. UAE made quite a big speed already on Cipressa. So how did you feel there, and how did you feel on the Poggio when the front group went? Did you still believe you can make it, or did you hate the UAE guys since they made it so hard?
Yeah, we know it was a plan of UAE, but I was actually really happy with the legs. Already all day I had actually really good legs, and somewhere in my mind I had also believed that if it's one day it could be today, because I don't think I will have the same legs maybe the next year on this particular day, so maybe it were my strongest legs I ever had. So I also told my teammates after the Capos, after Cipressa, that I didn't feel the legs yet. So of course on Poggio, when Tadej goes there, I definitely felt the legs. And I was happy they hesitate a little bit, but for my, how I felt, were probably one of my strongest legs that I ever had.
Next question.
Jasper, how stressful is it to having the world champion working for you in the last kilometers?
Actually I was really afraid the last kilometer because I didn't want to fuck up. I also didn't want to look back with how many guys were still there. So I was really actually in the moment, and also taking the responsibility of Mathieu closing the gaps and going for the sprint. So it was a really tight battle actually with Matthews, but expected actually Mats Pedersen more. I was a bit more afraid of him. and I already fucked up some sprints this year. So I really, if I didn't take this one, then I would be, it would be a missed opportunity for the rest of my life. I think I would not sleep for the next week.
Next question.
Quoting Tupac's song, all eyes were on Mathieu. But now, seeing your result after the race, maybe you plan to win the race just before the start, and how the relationship with both you and Mathieu maybe will change?
No, I don't think it changed anything. We feel each other well. We know how to race together and what our strengths are. Of course, Mathieu was really strong today, and he was able to follow all the moves, also on Poggio. But for me, it was I had the luck that they hesitate a little bit and look at each other, and I could on the steepest part I dropped a bit, but then on the flatter part towards the end I could hang on again, and then to be there with a teammate in the final of Milan-San Remo is always a plus. Big plus that is super good.
Next question.
Jasper, a bit more in depth. What does it say about a guy who's wearing number 1, wearing the rainbow jersey, he's even able to win this final by himself? Does he? Yeah, it's not a present, but these are like big gifts, maybe. What does it say about his ego and his character?
Yeah, I think Mathieu is the last guy to think about himself. He's he also likes and enjoys to help teammates, and also like I did with him in Roubaix. But I think for sure what he did is something I will always remember, and I will be always thankful of, because it will probably be my only chance to win a monument, or one of my only chances. So I'm really grateful what he did, and I hope we have in the future still some moments together, and I can also give back something to him again.
Next.
What did you think of the UAE tactics? Because Mathieu said they messed up a little bit, maybe, and that's why you could win, maybe.
What exactly did they messed up? Yeah, I think they waste a lot of energy and maybe throw a lot, some guys, throw the power of some guys away. But I think they also try all in on Poggio, on the part where we expected Tadej to attack, and he also did. And I knew I had to just go all out until the end. And it's not an easy race to finish solo or to a crazy attack, because the hills are not long, but we could still prove that a sprinter can win San Remo, and I think the past years there was maybe some doubt about that.
Next question.
Jasper, the gap between Matthews and the fences was not that big. Weren't you afraid that he could close the door for you and then you were not in the first third?
Yes, of course. It was actually really fair of him that he still left the gap, because he also could have taken the barriers, and then I would never be able to win. So it's also a gift of him. So I have to be thankful to him, and of course he will maybe regret his decision. But that's how racing is, and I'm happy he did a fair sprint.
Next question.
How were the roles before the race? Was Mathieu 1A and you 1B, or you 1A and he 1B, or both 1A?
Of course, we have the world champion, the winner of last year's Milan-San Remo, with 2 monuments. So of course our number 1 pick was of course Mathieu van der Poel. But I had a bit more free roll and have to save energy and try to get over Poggio, and I think we managed to do this really well. And the team also did great support coming into the crucial points. But of course, I think for also, probably Mathieu had the legs to win, but it's also a gamble a little bit in Milan-San Remo. It's one of the most difficult races to win, they always say, because there are so many scenarios possible. And of course, without him, it probably wasn't a bunch sprint or a sprint with 10.
Next question.
Jasper, this is your fourth season with the brothers Roodhoofd. Can you explain us how they become or became the strongest classic team in the world?
Yeah, that's a difficult question. I think, to follow a plan and to try to also not panic like we haven't started the season so well. And I think there was no panic, or they were not stressed or anything. They had to believe in what we did was the right thing, and in the end they're most of the time right. But I lose already a little bit of confidence or how do you say this, patience, because I didn't started the season super well, and I also didn't have the best feelings yet. But then after Tirreno, it switched like last year, and it all worked and was worth it. All the efforts we did.
Just to have some fun, how many messages did you receive on your smartphone since you crossed the line?
No idea. I was not on my smartphone yet. I called my girlfriend, and that was probably the most important one to hear for the first time.
What did you have in your heart after the finish line?
In my heart, that's difficult to say. I think, I still need to realize a little bit what happened, because it all went really fast. But I think also last year's experience helped a lot. And actually, I was a little bit afraid that Matthews took it, because I was not sure. And then, 1 minute later, I got confirmation, but it was maybe only a few centimeters. And this makes a world of a difference.
Next question.
Yes, but just to clarify, you had communication with Mathieu and you asked him to slow down. Yeah, okay.
Yes, in a downhill.
Yeah.
I was on a slightly gap.
Yeah, okay.
So I asked, I begged him to stop.
It's a stupid question, but it's always by which is the biggest. But does this top, or is this more precious than the 4 in Tour de France in the green jersey for you?
Yeah, it's hard to compare. I think for sure this is one of the biggest races I will be able to win. So I'm just super proud that we succeed, and that we managed to do it, because the chances are really rare. But my dream was to win a classic, and this is a monument, so I'm so proud of it that we achieved it.
Next question.
Did you expect it is such a quick race with a fast pace, and how much are you impressed by Pogacar, that is a pure climber and then also a fast man?
Yeah, we know that Tadej, after a race like that, he still have some fast legs. And also my sprint wasn't the best anymore. If I look at my numbers, that's a sprint of amateur. But after 300 kilometers, it makes a big difference.
The last question, ultima domanda.
Jasper, you won a monument, as you said. Do you think that this changes your dimension as a rider, or you're gonna remain
it's
the
hard
same?
to say, but of course I have to still realize what happened. And I have to be really proud on what we achieved. But maybe with the same legs and the same effort I did, I would maybe never have won a monument in my full career. So you also need to have a little bit of luck and all the pieces falling together. So I have to also realize that. But I think with this win, it's for sure a game changer. Yes.
Thank you, Jasper. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Complimenti.